Today I could be able to speak to you through this channel because of Indian Constitution that granted me the fundamental right to speak. I could be able to speak against or in favor of the government of India or on the state government. It's because of fundamental right given by Constitution of India under the leadership of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. I could be able to complete education, I could be able to learn some languages, and I could be able to communicate with you in English. It's because of the Constitution that has granted me a power to educate, to get education. And I could be able to sit, I could be able to go anywhere, I could be able to participate anywhere in all the meetings along with everybody. It's because of the Constitution of India, the power of Constitution of India that has granted me that Article 14, everybody is same in India, according to the fundamental rights given by Constitution of India, granted by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Right to live anywhere. I can stay anywhere in India, I could speak to anybody in India, and I can stay with anybody in India, in any state. That's because of fundamental right given by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar through Indian Constitution. I can contest in elections. That's because of, or I can do a job. That's because of the Constitution power that has granted to the citizens of India. That's Article 19.2. We have fundamental freedom of speech. So I could be able to create a channel and I could be able to speak to you through this channel. As a journalist, even though I'm not a journalist, but I could be able to speak to you through this channel. It's because of the constitutional power granted by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar to me. Happy Republic Day to all of you, definitely. And Dr. B.R. Ambedkar also, through this constitution, proposed a reservation policy, and we could be able to use those reservation facilities, and I could be able to come to this stage where we can talk against or in favor of the government or in any party or in the democratic system. Still, there are certain problems in India. Of course, still there is a caste oppression. The caste-based oppression is there, and we are unable to come out of caste oppression, even though Constitution of India has banned the discrimination based on the caste or the casteism in India. But India could not be able to come out caste-based politics or caste-based oppression, caste-based favoritism in India. Still existing, India is suffering with a disease called caste. Still, even after 70 years of independence, India is still struggling with a disease called caste. Recommendation system in private sectors, there's still recommendation system, favoritism, nepotism, and certain sector of people, those who doesn't have influence, they could not be able to reach to the top positions in the private sectors because no reservation system. There's only recommendations, and their community, their religion, their family members will reach to the top level, not everybody. Of course, the influence of power on judicial system, protection system, police department, still India is suffering. India is suffering with corruption. Poor will suffer, and the rich can escape from all these legal and judicial issues. Poor is remaining poor and rich is becoming rich day by day. This is also one of the problems that we are facing. Recently, students they came on the road and they protesting with the book of Constitution. They're displaying the Constitution book and they're protesting against the government recently by the students. That is the power of Constitution that we have that granted to protest to all the citizens in India. In 1970s, there are only three things that are called young. One is tortoise, whales, and the Constitution are called young in 1970s. But now, Unfortunately, the attack on constitution has taken place in multiple ways by multiple leaders, by multiple departments and multiple governments, time by time. It started with 395 articles, 8 schedules. The same constitution now reached to 450 articles and 12 schedules. That means 55 articles were added later. 4 schedules were added later. This is attack on the constitution. Some people say that the old constitution is not suitable now. That is absolutely a wrong argument people will do. That old constitution, why can't it be suitable now if it is a living principle? A living principle in the sense, for example, a rape or a murder, it will be crime everywhere or anywhere, anytime. It can be 200 years ago, it can be 2000 years ago, it can be coming 2000 years ago, even after 20,000 years, a rape and crime, murder is a murder and it is a crime. Because it's a living principle, life principle. The Constitution of India is a life principles. There's no end, there's no expiry to the Constitution of India. But unfortunately, the governments and people are trying to suppress the people of India by amending the constitution time by time. When see, whenever the courts object to the political decisions, the politicians are actually going into the parliament and they're amending the constitution in their favor to make the decisions in their favor. There are many such decisions I have taken, like Right to Information Act, and they say that why politicians doesn't come under Right to Information Act. Why can't you ask a question to the politician? Because the politicians are also using the public money, and politicians are exempted from the Right to Information Act. This is an attack on the Constitution. Article 14, everybody is same. In a government employee, politician, everybody is same according to the Article 14. Roman Thapar, a communist, once in the early days of India got freedom, he used to run in a weekly magazine or weekly book or a weekly in English, which is called a Crossroads. He wrote some essays on Tamil Nadu government in the 1950s, and the Tamil Nadu government banned him to run that book. It is the constitution or the judicial system that has saved him, and he said Article 19.2, he has a fundamental right to question or criticize the government. The same way like somewhere in Delhi, Brijbhushan's case also the same thing happened in Delhi. Also, Brijbhushan also had done the same thing. Jamindari reforms. Earlier there used to be Jamindari reforms, land reforms, and Jamindari people used to get high position. Jamindari people used to get a different treatment, but it is Article Constitution 19. It is Article 14 of Indian Constitution that has given them everybody is same. There is no Jamindar, there is no peon, there is no worker, there is no officer. Everybody is same in front of the law and in front of the Constitution. That is the power of Constitution given by written by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Earlier, there are so many things that governments have passed orders to change the articles, to change fundamental rights. Even the courts also, once they said amendments can be done, but the basic structure should not be changed. And what does it mean? The amendments can be done, but basic structure should not be changed. This is one of one thing that court should redefine again its statement that they should define what is basic structure of Indian Constitution. They say that basic structure should not be changed, but the amendment can be done. What does it mean by that? So without defining what is basic structure, if courts make a general statement, and the politicians are taking this as an advantage, and they're saying that this is not basic structure, this is not basic structure. They're trying to change the fundamental rights of Indian Constitution, which is very unfortunate. unfortunately. So this is because of this, there are many religious-based decisions, religious-based oppression, especially to Dalit Christians and Dalit Muslims in India. They're suffering religion-based discrimination in India. Especially, there is a 1950 schedule caste order which is forbidding the reservations to Dalit Christians and Dalit Muslims. The 1950 schedule caste order is anti-constitutional and it is Article 14. Everybody is same irrespective of religion. It can be Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Buddhist, Christian, everybody, Jain, Persian, everybody should be equally treated in front of the media and in front of constitution. Inside of the constitution, everybody is equal, but forbidding two religions, two scheduled caste people in the name of religion is definitely anti-constitutional, and the government is restricting them to avail the fundamental grants of reservations. This is clearly a base of religious-based discrimination. BJP, Bharatiya Janata Party, always says that we are against religion-based reservations. They oppose Muslim reservations to Muslims. They say that we religion-based reservations are anti-national and anti-constitutional, so we oppose it. That's what the BJP, Bharatiya Janata Party, argues all the time. If Bharatiya Janata Party is arguing like that, then why the same Bharatiya Janata Party will oppose reservations or remove reservations to scheduled castes who adopted religion of Christianity and Muslims, and accept to Hindu, Buddhist, Sikhist and remaining people are not eligible to get the reservations is a fundamental violation of the constitution. And they said that the same BJP, Bharatiya Janata Party, who says that we are against religion-based reservations, then how can you remove based on the religion to somebody reservation? If a Bharatiya Janata Party, if they says that giving reservations is anti-constitutional based on religion, then how can they remove reservations based on the religion? Is it not anti-constitutional? That BJP should answer to the especially scheduled caste people who are following Dalit Christians and Dalit Muslims. Let's hope that at least the future generations will get some benefit, some justice. May not be may not be now. Maybe the days ahead, the coming days, Bharatiya Janata Party should rethink and do justice to the people irrespective of the caste, creed and religion. According to Article 14 of Indian Constitution, there should not be any discrimination based on the religion. Bharatiya Janata Party should come out of that mania of religion and do justice to scheduled castes, especially to Dalit Christians and Dalit Muslims, and remove that 1950 scheduled caste order, para 3. That's what we request the government. And let's, at least the days ahead, the scheduled caste people to realize that they are under suppression, they are under discrimination, and they should start questioning it. Then maybe the days ahead they will get justice. Thank you.